because in Korea, the competition is like this. They expect a lot of things from you. Sometimes they feel like foreigners are not fit for their working culture because it's a bit different, like compared to other countries.
Connect World Peace.
Let us introduce yourself.
Hello, I'm Abrorbek and I'm from Uzbekistan. I'm 26 years old. I studied at Itaewon University. I graduated there. Now I'm a freshman in Sejong University for master's program.
How long lived you in Korea?
Pretty long. I've been living here since 2019.
19.
It's gonna be almost 6 years.
Why do you live in Korea?
There are a lot of reasons, and I'm gonna just count the main reasons. First main reason is the education in one of the highest level Korean universities, and they are more focused on science, engineering, and technology. For example, there are big companies here, right? Samsung or LG, they have electronics. I can say they have everything. So I wanted to have better education, and I chose South Korea.
What is your major?
First, I came here for business program. Like you, I also changed my mind. I wanted to study engineering, and I made my major double major. So I both studied business and computer engineering. I graduated. Now I'm preparing to start master's program for Sejong University. It's also same, continuing my bachelor's because my major now it's big data AI, MBA, business focused on big data and AI. These days, AI is becoming very famous and dangerous.
So Korea University is good in Asia, you think? There are China, Japan, Malaysia, many Asian countries.
I think so, yes, because I've seen a lot of people are coming to South Korea to study. I also have a lot of friends who study in Japan. They said the education is there also really good. But the Korea and Japan are, in technology, they are becoming the best year by year. For example, Samsung is competitive by iPhone, right? I used to see people are using almost Samsung products in my country. For us, it was comfortable. But after coming here, I've changed my mind.
That's why you are seeing the many Samsung phones, and you already experience the Korean product.
Yeah, Korean products, and they are kind of famous
In your country.
in my country. And I've seen some movies when I was young about Korea. Maybe that's why I got
That's why you decide to South Korea.
that's not the only reason. I have many reasons to come here. High quality education, trying to be independent in abroad. I wanted to experience because when I was in my country, I was always with my family. They are supporting me. They were by my side. They are still by my side, but I'm feeling like more free life here and facing everything by myself and solving everything by myself. And as a Muslim, I'm a religious person. As a Muslim people need to experience being abroad.
They should?
It's not mandatory, but it would be better if they experience.
Yeah, they already know that they need to experience abroad. Most Muslim people go abroad.
If they have opportunity, if they have enough budget, they do.
Korea has our own cultural things, but it is little strong. I think the Korean people should go to abroad. So they should experience another countries and another culture. Because I love Korean culture, but many Korean people, they only know Korean culture. They don't need to learn other culture. But now it's a global generation. So we need to learn and we need to experience that. It could be more make Korea develop.
Korea is already a developed country.
Already, but I think just about technological.
They need to be interesting about their life and their cultures. It's because our country one of the import country. When you have conversation like you, if we know your country, I think you like it.
Yeah, if you have the idea of like, if I say like I'm from Uzbekistan, okay, I know the country, and for example, we have special dish, right? And you know that dish, and you know some few things, I think that's enough for me. But I know Korean people feel very comfortable if you're gonna speak in Korean. Before I was thinking like that, because I did not know Korean that much. Now I understand that not only Koreans, I also feel comfortable if the person knows the same language as me. Maybe it's like my own like mother language or English, which is better than my Korean. For me, it will be more easier to express myself, to talk to freely.
Actually, before I went to Sri Lanka, I didn't speak English. I can speak English, but I don't want to speak English. I didn't. So because at the time I thought I will live in Korea forever. So why I should learn English? But after I lived in Sri Lanka, this is the way to make many friends. I realized that I want to learn English more. If I learn English more and more, and then I can share my experience and my heart to them like you. Now my English skill is not good, so it's really...
No, it's good.
It's good?
I know Korean people,
Yeah.
their English is amazing, but they don't speak in English. I don't know the reason. That's what I was about to ask. You said like, you did not want to speak in English, right? Why? What's the reason? Because you know the English, you know, right? Me, I know my Korean is not good. It's really bad. My English is better, but I can understand and I can like use daily words like 안녕하세요, 이거 주세요, like this, or I can ask what is this, or at least we use it to learn that we don't eat pork, so we know that teji and kogi, right? Teji kogi. So we come to the store and if we want to buy something, at first, really first, if we did not know how to read that much or find the ingredients, we used to ask, 여기 돼지고기 있어요? 돼지고기 없어요? And they're gonna check it. No, you can eat. They're gonna say like that.
It's so natural. You speak Korean. It's so natural. 돼지고기 있어요.
But now I feel like my Korean is better than before. But sometimes I still feel nervous to talk to Korean people. It's not like I don't want to talk in Korean. I want to talk because I have plans to live here longer. Not too long. I'm not gonna stay here forever. But I still need Korean. That's why I need to practice, and I have a class. I'm trying to be better in Korean language, like my English. I have a lot of friends from my country. They know Korean well. After learning Korean, their life became easier.
Even your friend know Korean.
Yeah, a lot of my friends know Korean, but a lot of my friends doesn't know Korean as well. I feel like if I face something, like problem, or I need to call or to do something, I need to call him. Can you help me to talk or translate? Or if I have Korean friend, and if he's good at English, he's gonna translate to the Korean. It's a lot of work.
So I think that they need some friends if they live abroad by himself.
I feel like it's different if Korean people ask from Korean, because I'm foreigner. I feel like I'm not in my home. For example, if you go to my country, if I talk to Uzbek people, it's gonna be more better because I know them, I know their culture because I'm from that country, right? I know how to deal with them, to talk. It's same in different countries, in US or Japan, China. I need to find some Korean friends. They are good at Korean English, so and then they're gonna help me. But later, I still found out that it's not that easy to make friends Korean people because our cultures are a bit different, and as a foreigner, we have really busy life here. Maybe that's why.
Now you make the friend, Korean friend. When you are your like university student, is there any Korean friend?
I had few Korean friends, but not that much because I studied in English track. In English track, there are less Korean students. They are more focused on foreigners or Koreans who know English. I mean, Koreans, most of the time they know, they understand. But when it comes to speaking or being friends, it's not that easy with them. As you said, maybe they feel shy because of their like speaking. I was like you guys, like I was job seeking, and I changed my mind to go further, like to learn. I mean, to study in master's program.
Why are you changing your mind from work to studying?
Ah, I think you understand. I have a friend from my country. He's studying. He's now working. He spent almost 2 years looking for a job because in Korea the competition is like this. They expect a lot of things from you. The expectation is kind of high. We need to know a lot of things. Sometimes they feel like foreigners are not fit for their working culture because it's a bit different, like compared to other countries. For example, in Japan, they are more strict than Korea. I heard like that. And there was a kind of rule, you cannot leave the workplace if the boss is still there. I heard like that. But here in Korea, it's not like that. Somehow free, but as expectation high, I feel like, oh my God, I think I need to learn more. And for foreigners, visa is kind of problem. So we cannot like stay here and not doing anything as we want. We need to do something to get to us like visa. If I study master's program, I guess like I will have more time and more opportunity to learn more and experience more. And for work, if I have better degree, it will be high chance to get accepted. And I guess I wasted some of my years when I was in like bachelor's degree. I did not learn enough. That's why now I'm facing some difficulties to get a job. Then I changed my mind. Maybe I'm gonna get master's degree and learn more, be somehow, not too, but somehow professional in my field. And then I guess it's gonna be somehow easier to work.
I think the Korean company are not still open to the foreigners. It's
Yeah.
because they think that like foreigners not getting accepted in the Korean cultures.
Yeah.
That's why it's one of the hardest one to enter into the Korean company. That is like making the foreigners to live in Korea is so hard for them. Yeah. Even actually now it's in this generation it's even for Korean people. Even the companies require a lot for the candidates. That's why even we need to study more to fill out applications. So we need many certificates to study.
Oh my God.
Yeah, as you say, there are higher expectations. Yeah, even Koreans. I hope that this year I'm gonna enter into the company. Do you wanna like enter big company or what do you think?
For first experience, I don't mind. I just want acceptance from the company and I want to feel working environment and get some experience. And then maybe I can change it to bigger. I think first, the smaller is fine. But in smaller, the expectation is still high. We need to know more things and we need to cover a lot of things. But in a big company, I heard that you don't need to be so professional in a lot of fields. For example, let's say I'm full stack developer. I know backend and frontend, and in big company, I can work in one side. For example, maybe I'm like front guy or like backend guy. Maybe they are gonna choose it, or I'm gonna choose it by myself. But if I work small company, I need to do everything by myself. Yeah. But it's gonna be better for me. I will have more experience. I will learn a lot. And the experience is also one of the problems Korean company has. They ask, you got any experience? Or they are gonna say, 2년 이상?
Job experience.
Yeah, job experience, like 3년 이상. Because I search work on online applications. They always put like 2 years, 3 years, 5 years, 4 years experience. So I feel like I think I'm gonna go back to my country.
What if you go back to your country? Their expectation is like high, like Korean.
No, compared to Korea, it's not that much. I mean, the more I become better on my field, I can find easily. But here in Korea, I must be better. In my country, it's better if I be. If I go back right now, I think I can find work there. Sometimes my family call me like that. You don't need to stay there that long. You just come back here. They say like there is this kind of work, there is this kind of work. You can work here. But the difference is here I can earn more.
You can make money.
I can make money, and money is not the problem. Because before coming here, maybe I thought like that. But after coming here, family, for me, family is more important than money. I'm gonna be with my family, right? And here, I'm not gonna feel lonely. All the time, they're gonna be with me. They're gonna lift me up, right? They're gonna help me. I can share. I feel like home. But here also, I can feel home. But here, I'm more into getting experience, learning from Korean people, because you guys have different education system. Maybe that's why you are one of the best developed country when it comes to technology, right? So maybe I'm gonna learn from you technological way or education way, and then I'm gonna go back to my country. I will try to use that experience in our people to help them to become better. Yeah, my purpose is like that.
That's a good dreams, helping people like in your countries. That's why you are studying.
If you go back to Uzbek, don't do Korea office culture.
No, I'm not gonna do that.
You don't need to learn that.
Okay, I will keep in mind.
I think we should change that culture. Korea office culture is not good. Because of that, they don't want to hire foreigners. Because not all, but some, I don't know, many people, many old people, they don't want to teach many things, but they want we should do more good. I think it's old Korean office culture.
But how about these days? Is it changing or still same?
I think half and half.
Half and half.
I think.
Depends, right?
But it's still like being changing. Being changing.
I heard big company has old culture. Small company about IT, they have new culture. I think for you, small company is good.
To start.
Yeah, to start. Big company, they expect many things, cultural things also. So they want to hire foreigners to speak Korean well.
That's why I'm trying to be better in Korean language, and then maybe I'm gonna get work. Because my friend also, now his Korean is amazing. He speaks in Korean fluently without any problem. Actually, his company, the workers and the boss can speak in English, but he can speak Korean. They're gonna speak to him in Korean. Most company expect newcomers to speak Korean better, or I need to be the best. Okay, I don't know Korean, but I know this. Well, I'm really good at it. I can solve anything. I can help you. I can improve your company. And then they're gonna say, okay, come, no problem. We are gonna learn English for you. Maybe. But being the best is not easy.
What I recommend that startup is almost a young generation. That's why this young generation, they know how to speak English. They usually go abroad a lot these days. So I think they know your cultures and not your culture detailedly, but they know how to deal with the foreigners and how to have a conversation. That's why we recommend that you go to the startup company, because even they're more freely to talk like to boss. But in the big company, like they should talk to major departments, and then after that, like they report their boss, not the direct. Yeah. So that's why.
I will try it maybe after getting certificate in Korean language, because as you said, Korean people are more focused on certificates. And I know that Korean people are always focusing on certificates. They have a lot of certificates like TOEIC or learning some stuff, and they have still certificate. And especially in my field, in IT, they have a lot of certificates, learning, like knowing IT languages. And I don't have anything, so I feel like I guess I need to get something, and I tried to attend there. But I loved it. I learned a lot. I had friends, and that's why I'm learning Korean to get certificate. Now I've attended to KIIP, similar as topic, but it's more focused on Korean culture and speaking. We are gonna speak and we are gonna learn about Korean culture, and the exam is gonna be about not 100%, but maybe around 50% is gonna be about culture. In KIIP, we cannot just go there. For example, I can do self-study and get topic score. But in KIIP, we need to go to specific place with other students. We need to study, we need to learn from the teacher for 100 hours. And then it's gonna be exam. If I pass, they will give the certificate. So that means it's not that easy. And the certificate is for as long as we keep the certificate, because in topic, after 2 years, it's gonna be expired. After 2 years, I need to prepare again, I need to study again. Because for preparation for the masters, I had to get an IELTS score again. And I feel lazy. That's the problem.
I think you are working great. Yeah, it's because in the abroad, even they are living their cultures and study in Korea. Actually, it's the hardest one for peoples. You're not living in South Korea and not go back to your country, just like working and facing the challenge.
Here in Korea, it's not that easy to keep the balance. In our age, 20s until 30s, it's gonna be really hard to keep the balance, because these days we always see people are doing great things. Like there are a lot of millionaires or billionaires at the age of 20, like 17, 18. There are footballer at 17. They are cooking, they are really good, and they are earning a lot of money. Like, and I feel like, I'm gonna be 26. I said like maybe around 25, I'm gonna be married. Maybe 26 or 27, I'm gonna have like children, right? I'm gonna have like dream job. Now I'm like almost turning to 26 and I'm not married, I don't have children. Sometimes I feel that kind of stuff, but hopefully I have people around me like you, and then they're gonna tell me, you're doing your best, it's not that easy, or at least I'm gonna tell myself. Because if I don't tell or if I don't encourage myself, I'm gonna feel down. And maybe I may lose my hope. Because we see a lot of lies in social media these days. People are always sharing, they're laughing, they're having good life, they're traveling, right? In this country, in that country, they're eating this, they're wearing this, good. And then I feel like, oh my God, what am I doing here? But it's not gonna affect me. I know already. I also post good stuff on social media. That's the fact.
Oh, I saw you're like working out in the gym.
Yeah, I still do. As I said, like it's hard to keep the balance. Now I have a plan. I'm gonna go back to posting again. I'm still working out. I'm doing my best. I'm eating properly, healthy diet. I'm avoiding sugar. I don't eat sugar. I don't drink. I don't smoke. Right? I'm trying, but balance. It's not easy. In our age, it's gonna be hard.
We need hope.
Yeah, we need hope and some action.
Keep going is important.
Yeah, not quitting, not stopping is the important one.
Small step is enough, but we should keep going.
Yeah, exactly.
Actually, I think the people who get many monies or many popular, they will have another problem. I think that problem will be more big than us. We don't need to be envy to them. So just we can know the good part about them. But I think they have bad part also.
Yeah, everyone has.
Yeah.
I usually tell myself, people say, in your age, they are doing that, they are doing this, and what are you doing? And I said, I'm healthy, I'm alive, I have 2 hands, I have like 2 legs, right? I can walk, I can talk, I can see you, I can eat. I think that's the blessing for us. I think that's enough. And the most important thing, as you said, is just keep going. Even small, even one step, better than not like doing anything. Yeah, I'm rich. You are rich. You are rich. We are rich.
Your perspective is totally different.
And other stuff, we don't know the life. It's gonna be given from God, right? One day we are gonna be rich. Even like Psy, you know Psy, right? Oppa Gangnam Style. That song made him famous and rich, right? Almost, we can say like that. Because before knowing Korea, I knew that song. I didn't know that guy was from South Korea, honestly. But I heard the song, Oppa Gangnam Style, that one, doing like this and seeing the video. He became famous and he became rich. Now he's one of the richest men in Korea. Or the guy in the Squid Game, the main character, 456. He wasn't also that much famous or rich. But after playing that role, he became. But how old is he? Around more than 50, right?
Yeah.
Around 50. We don't know what's gonna come to us. If we keep going and not giving up, we are gonna achieve in the future. We have time. We can achieve.
Yeah.
Then why did you choose Sejong University?
First, in 2019, I came to Seoul, but Gachon University is in Songnam, right? And it's gonna take around 1 hour. I used to go there for 5 years.
Wow.
Like sometimes I studied 4 days. Distance is a bit problem, right? When I came here, we stayed nearby Sejong University because there I feel home because there are Uzbek community there and there are Uzbek people and most of my friends live there. We share everything. We help each other. I don't want to go far place. I've been in some cities, other cities. I've been in Wonju. I've been in Incheon. I've been in Daegu, Busan. As a foreigner, for me, the best place is Seoul because of the transportation. I love it. Transportation is the best here because I don't have car. I'm still young and I don't want to spend my money for car. And here, Seoul is so crowded. I don't like it actually. So in Seoul, transportation is really good. That's why we came here nearby Sejong University and I spend more time there in my Gachon University. And I decided, I think Sejong is fine for me. Main reason is the distance. And also, Sejong University is one of the top universities. I'm telling it because Korean people consider about top universities, especially in workplace. For example, if I'm Solte student, they're gonna go, okay, you have something, come here. They're gonna be like that. So another reason is like that. It's one of the top. And I have friends, I asked their experience, the study and the learning, getting some experience from the professor. They say it's good. And another reason is tuition fee. Old major, this is second time they are accepting for this major. As it's new, it's a bit cheaper than other universities. You know, masters, you're studying also. For masters, it's expensive. Oh my God.
Ah, so expensive.
Very expensive. And you know, they are expecting me to find professor and work on the lab. They are asking me to find it, but I've tried to send email for 100 professors.
Oh, wow.
And they are expecting me a lot of stuff. I mean, as a being IT major student, I need to know many things to work on their lab because they are gonna be the one who is gonna pay my tuition fee. And I need to do some research. I tried, I had some interviews with professors, but they said they want better student who knows more or had experience more, certificates. And then I asked like some suggestion from my friend. They said like Sejong is fine still, not far, top university, and the major is good for me. And these are the reasons that I chose specifically Sejong University.
Sejong University give you a chance about the opportunity to learn. Very good university.
Yeah, I'm glad. I chose it because I do some activities when I have free time. I love going to the gym. It helps for my mental health. And I want to be healthy.
How many times are you going to the gym once a week?
I do my best to go every day.
Every day?
Yeah.
Wow.
Except Sunday and Saturday because I do some part-time job sometimes.
What kind of part-time jobs do you do?
I work in a restaurant. I help in the kitchen.
Are you serving?
No, I don't like serving.
Just helping like cooking food.
yeah.
Do you like cook?
I love cooking by like watching. Sometimes I ask my mom, can you help to cook this one? I cannot do this. And then she's gonna help me. And she's gonna have me take the picture and send it to me. And then she's gonna ask me, okay, I feel like you are becoming a really good cook. Maybe when you come here, you're gonna wonder who's gonna cook for us. She's gonna say like that. And I said, okay, mommy.
You know how to cook more than me.
Maybe because as a foreigner here, I need to cook for myself. And if I buy from outside, oh my God, it's gonna be expensive. I can say cooking is one of my hobbies.
Gym and eating, cooking.
And sleeping.
오, 벌써 시간이 이렇게 됐네.
Sorry, I'm talking a lot.
No.
I feel like I'm talking a lot. Oh my God.
It is so good.
It's been a while that I did not talk that much.
Okay, then let's go restaurant.